Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Juana Vasquez.
This is State of Michigan versus Juana Vasquez, case 24058949901. Today is the date set for a bond redetermination hearing. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Reagan on behalf of Ms. Vasquez, Your Honor, who's on the determination hearing.
All right, thank you. Today is the date set for the redetermination hearing. Bond is set intentionally unaffordable. Mr. Reagan has to bond.
That's the bond. My client's 29. To my knowledge, no prior criminal history. She has two daughters. Judge, she lives in the city of Detroit. Judge, this house is a house in which my client lives. She pays rent there every month. It's not, they're saying home invasion third, but this is where she lives. This is where her daughter receives disability too. But my client also, Judge, goes to Team Wellness, and she's needs to get to Team Wellness in about a week to get her meds. She can go to her cousin's house at the court while the case is pending till it can be figured out. Stay with her cousin. $750, Judge, is not a lot of money. But she understands, and we talked about no contact. So no contact. So I'm asking for $7,500 personal with the no contact provision so that she can fight this case. I don't think a tether or house arrest is necessary in this, Judge. I think that she understands no contact and will abide by whatever rules, whatever conditions that the court set, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Coyle has to bond.
Your Honor, she has right now a pending entering without owner's permissions, MDP 200 to 1,000, right now pending in this court. She has not been arraigned on that yet. That occurred on April 18th of 24. She has an active PPO for stalking. The protected person is Alicia Mendoza Castillo. It was served in May of 24. She has also a 2018 retail fraud, 2018 failure to report an accident, driver license suspended, 2018 OWI, 2018 larceny under 200, 2018 possession of a controlled substance. This is her father. She broke into the home without his permission. That's why it's charged the way it is. She then broke a TV, and there was an active PPO, and she knew she wasn't supposed to be there. The officers took her to DRH because of her, when they got in the house, she was there with whippets and she was crying. So she was supposedly under the influence. She said that she was drunk and blacked out, and she didn't know she damaged the TV. So, Your Honor, this is an ongoing escalating incident. The parents don't want her there. There's a PPO in place. She has obviously some substance abuse issues. I'm asking for the bond to remain in place, of course, with all the other conditions involved.
Judge, I think there might be some more mental health issues as well, and I understand. These are parents, but she says she pays rent there now. If they don't want her there, she probably needs to go. But I don't know about.
Well, we know that's been the case since April.
But see, Judge, and that's what I don't understand. How is it that we're here and in August, and she has a case from April that she's never been arraigned on in our court?
I'm not talking about the case. I'm talking about the PPO that's been in place since April with Miss Mendoza Castillo, the grandma.
I don't know about. I'm sorry, Judge.
It's in the investigator's report.
I'm saying this is my first time hearing about the PPO. Now, this is a place, Judge, where it's my understanding my client was paying rent, and living, Judge, and this is very.
This is a dad and a grandma. This is all family stuff.
Right. And it's my understanding she was living, paying rent there, Judge, and was going there. So since April,
let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
Who is this cousin? Where does this cousin live?
The cousin, Judge. Where'd you say?
I'm gonna see if I can speak with you real quick. The attorney.
Okay, put you in a room. All right, you're back. Ms. Vasquez. Mr. Reagan, is there anything you wish else to tell me?
Just briefly, Your Honor, Judge, it doesn't ever seem to amaze me how wise you are. You said a key word in this whole thing, Judge. You said family. And that's, just talking to Ms. Vasquez, like you said, the PPO is in April, but yet, grandma said, oh, I'm gonna lift it. You're gonna still pay me rent, and my client thought PPO's lifted, everything's fine because it's family, and family goes back and forth. Now her mom and brother have told her that they're going to pay her when she's released to go to inpatient treatment. That's what I think she needs. Ms. Coyle brought up some very good points about the substance abuse situations, Judge. I think that that's an issue here. And I just talked to Ms. Vasquez and we were straight up about it. And I think that's important. So, we talked about no contact with grandma, even though whatever grandma says, PPO is in place. It hasn't been lifted. So you can't have any contact with it. She understands that. She needs to go get help for her daughter's sake. And we talked about that. And that's important. So she's going to go to inpatient, not outpatient, inpatient, to try to deal with whatever issue she has. I think that's important, Your Honor. So I'm asking the court to reduce the bond of personal because they don't have the money.
So my question is, who is this cousin and where else would she be staying if I reduce the bond?
You did ask that question, didn't you, Judge? Where's the cousin and where are you going to be staying, Mr. Blackwell? We talked about so many other things. Where will you be staying if the judge is inclined to reduce the bond?
I'm going to be going to the inpatient. It's right there off 70. It's called Sacred Heart, I believe it is.
Okay.
That's where my mother and my brother had called for me yesterday to get me into. He goes called Sacred Heart.
So Judge, so that's the new thing we discussed. I have my notes to talk about the cousin. You have a cousin, correct?
Yes.
Where is that cousin? Don't say the numbers, but where does that cousin stay? What street?
Couple like over by like in Lincoln Park. It's like a block from like Myers.
Okay, so now can you go and stay with that cousin?
Yeah, but I do want to go to the inpatient.
I understand what you want, but can you go stay with that cousin?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the judge wants to know. Because if the judge is inclined to possibly maybe reduce you with he may want you to go to that location. Okay, that's why you asked that question. Can't go near grandma's house. Can't go near. Yeah, all that. Can't do that.
All right. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna set this bond at $750,000 personal with a GPS tether house arrest. I will allow an exception for Ms. Vasquez to attend inpatient treatment if something is set up. Ms. Vasquez, your next date is August 29th, 2024 before Judge Giles. Ma'am, let me make this clear that whatever medical treatment that you're gonna get cannot interfere with these court dates. So you need to make arrangements to make these court dates while they are pending. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.